Hi guys, in this video we're gonna take a closer look what are the all options available in the mapping editor, and we will configure the add-on and the mapping so we can create and merge links. We can merge images, embedded images, linked images, as well as QR codes, and with the additional options that those QR codes or images will be clickable. I prepared this data sheet. Again, we're gonna be playing with the Simpsons family. So we have here first name, last name. Then we will be merging images. Those images are sitting in my Drive folder, and if you want to merge an image, you need to provide a link. If I go back to my Drive, so you just click on the image, you click Get Link, and just copy the link pointing to that file, and just paste it here. You can double check always when you hover over the link, you should see an image. Then we have here a wiki page for each character, and then the actors who voiced that character, and again with images. In this case, those images are or the links points to wiki images. And what we're gonna be doing, so I already prepare here the list of like options and the merge fields, and we are just going to create a very simple draft. I prepare here the Simpsons. Here we have only the subject, and I'm just pasting here the entire table. So here we have all the merge fields, and now we need to configure them in the mapping editor. So I just close the draft, I go back to the add-on. I already loaded the draft, so now we need to provide the mapping. Okay, so let's do it. So let's configure all those merge fields, like many of them, one by one. So the name, we're gonna take values from the first name column, and in this case we can keep the defaults. Maybe I can check this stream and I'll show you values. So name, surname, we'll take from the last name. And now we starts with the link. So we will be taking this merge field. We'll take data from wiki column. Yeah, so when I go back to the sheet, so it will take values from here. So it will be pointing to Wikipedia for each character. In this case, we need to switch it to link. And now we will configure the link 3 times. So by default, if you keep this default, use link as title, the result will be that in the Gmail message will be this Wikipedia link displayed, and when user clicks it, it will take them to Wikipedia page. Okay, so we keep here the default here, but you can also okay, we again take value from the wiki column, we merge as link, but in this case we are going to get the title from a column, and we're gonna get the value from as a first name. So the result will be that in the email will be for Homer, there will be a Homer, the title of the link, and when user clicks that Homer link, it will take them again to the wiki page. Yeah, so when you select this option, like to take it from a column, you can actually provide like a customized link for each recipient. Yeah. So it can be a link to download something, so you can have the value in spreadsheet, and each recipient will receive a different link. Okay, so the last option for link here, again, wiki and link. And the last option is to set title. So in that case, all those links will have the same title. So we can do like open So in the Gmail there will be open. When user clicks it, it will take them to a wiki page again. Now we are going to configure images. So in this case, we take values from the voice by image. So the first actually will be those actors who voiced those the Simpsons. The point here, you have two options here. The one is the linked image and embedded image. What's the difference? When you're just doing the linked image, the add-on only inserts a link into draft, and you can have the image hosted somewhere on your website or somewhere on the internet, or it can be also on your drive. But this way you can link any image even from a remote servers. And actually the image is not part of the Gmail message itself. When you send a message, the message only contains a link to that. The opposite, when it's a like embedded image, the embedded image is part of the message. So simply the rule of thumb is like when you have very huge images you would like to merge, you rather just link them. If you have smaller images like the QR codes or something small like a logo, you can always embed it in the message, and the message then carries those images with or are part of the message. And there is another very important thing is like when you would like to embed images, you can using the add-on embed only images on your drive. For linked images, you can link or merge any images or even sitting on a remote server. So in this case, uh, we are going to take those remote images sitting on in Wikipedia. We will merge them as a linked image only, and the first, okay, no link, so it will be just simple image. We will now do the same. We again take from voiced by image column as a linked image, but in this case we would like to have their link, and so the image will be clickable and it will be pointing again to the Wikipedia page. And finally, we again take from the same column linked image, and we can like set link, and in this case let's move it to like anymerge.com. When a user clicks that image, it will take them to this uh, link. Okay, so let's move on to embedded images. In this case, we're gonna be taking values from the image column. So when I go back, so those images are sitting in my drive folder. So you can see it starts with drive.google.com. Embedded image without link, fine. Image, embedded image, and we will take again. It will now the image will be clickable, and it will again take users when they click it to those links in the wiki column. And finally, let's do again image as embedded image, and let's set link it. Let's say https. Sorry, merge.com, and what we have here, and now QR codes. For QR codes, what we're gonna do, we're gonna encode again the wiki URLs into the QR code. So when a user scans that QR code, there will be encoded this link to wiki page, and we will merge it as a QR code. Let's do tiny here. Okay, let's choose some funky color, blue one, and link, in this case no link. Again wiki QR code, we can make it bigger, we can choose another funky color, and in this case we will again link it to Wikipedia. So the result will be, in this case, as we are taking the value which is encoded in the QR code, the source column, and the link are the same. So when user scans the QR code, it will take it to the same URL as if the user clicks the QR code. Yeah, so the QR code will be clickable, will be pointing both the encoded value and link to the same URL. Obviously, you can configure it differently if you want to. And finally, we will do again. We take the value from wiki, the QR code. Let's make large. Let's do some this, and in this case let's point it again, https anymerge.com. So in this case, when a user scans the QR code, there will be the wiki URL, but when he clicks it in the Gmail interface, it will take him to anymerge.com. And finally, here are just few examples of those dynamic values. So we will do day name, and okay, let's default. Here we will do, yeah, so when we are using a dynamic value, we are not taking those values from a column, but they are inserted at runtime. So for month, we take, let's say, month name, and let's do the same dynamic value, day name, and let's do uppercase and month lowercase. Dynamic value, month name, lowercase. Okay, so that's it. All merge fields are met. And now let's give it a try. Okay, drafts are created, so let's take a look at Homer Simpson draft. So I go back to my drafts, and when I click here on Homer Simpson, so here we have the links. So the first link we configure without any title. So whatever we have what's the value of the link in the spreadsheet will be displayed as a title. Here we configure in the mapping editor to take the title from the first name column. So we have here the Homer value, and again it's pointing to the same URL. And finally we set a link, set title to open. Then we merged a linked image. So basically here is only a link pointing to a Wikipedia. In this case without any link. Here it's pointing and it's pointing to Homer Simpson wiki page. And here we set the link to anymerge.com. These are embedded images from Google Drive. Again, no link. This again points to wiki, and this points to anymerge.com. And here we have 3 QR codes, no link, pointing again to the wiki link, and this one pointing to anymerge.com. And here we have some dynamic values. Yeah, so this way you can merge images, QR codes, you can make them clickable, you can make them like they use custom links for each recipient receives different URL, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And thank you for watching, subscribe, and happy merging.